how do you go from $0 to $10,000 a month? Well, let's start by working backwards. If you have a product or service that makes you $10 per sale, you would have to sell 1,000 of these a month. If you make $100 per sale, you're gonna have to sell 100 of these a month. And if you can make $1,000 from each product sale or service sale that you make, you would have to sell 10 of these a month. But if you are in the content business, you make YouTube videos, you make podcasts, and let's assume that you can make 1 penny for every view or download, which is pretty reasonable, especially on YouTube, then you would have to make about 1 million views per month to hit that $10,000 a month goal. And if you have investments where you can get a 7% cash on cash return, this is cash flow, whether it be through dividends or whether it be through your real estate investments, you would have to invest $1.7 million to get this passive 7% return on your money to get you the $10,000 a month. Now you can just pick your option and work backwards. I'm assuming that most people don't have $1.7 million to invest to get the 7% ROI. So now we look at the other options. Is it going to be building content online, or are you going to be selling a product, and what's the price of the product, and how many of these products do you have to sell? If you want to create your own income but you don't have a lot of money to start, there are 3 different options that you have. Number 1 is you can go out and try to raise money from investors, but then your investors are going to take a piece of ownership from your company. Option number 2 is you can try to go out and raise money from a bank through debt. But then that has its own risks because you have to pay this money back, you have to make your monthly payments, and if you don't, then the bank can take over your business. And option number 3 is you can follow the 3-step bootstrap process. Earn, learn, and churn. First, you gotta earn. Take what you know or take what you do and make some money from it. Second, you gotta learn. Take the money that you just earned and use this money to learn a skill that's gonna pay you with more money. And third, you gotta churn. Once you learn more ways on how to earn more money, either you can double down into how you're earning money right now, or you can pivot and change how you're earning money. That way you have a more scalable income. When I started this YouTube channel, I was very comfortable financially. I was already running some businesses. They weren't huge successes, but they were pretty decent, and they allowed me to start investing in real estate, because what I was doing was I was making money from these businesses and buying as much real estate as possible. So I was working to build up my rental portfolio, and then I started making YouTube videos. At first it was just a hobby. I started making YouTube videos because this was a way for me to talk about the things that I wish I had learned when I was getting started. I didn't know that I could make money from YouTube when I started making videos. I really just started this because I got scammed and screwed over at one of the companies that I was working on and running, and so I was so frustrated. So I started making videos on how to launch a business without getting screwed over. First, you gotta find the simplest and easiest way to start earning money. Once you can start earning money, then you reinvest these earnings into learning. As you start learning, now you're gonna change what you do. You gotta start churning to find something that's more scalable that can allow you to scale your income. Because you could start earning your way to $10,000 a month. That's very possible. But if you wanna scale it from 10,000 to 100,000 to 200,000, you can't do it all by yourself, which is why you have to understand the churn as well. The best decision that I made was the first time I started making $10,000 a month. This is before my time on YouTube, but the first time I started making $10,000 a month, I did not go out and buy a new BMW like I wanted to do. As soon as I started making more money, the first thing I did was I went on to Google and I started looking at the newest BMW 3 Series. There was no BMW 4 Series then. I was looking at the 3 Series and I was telling everybody how I was gonna go buy this new BMW 3 Series, but instead of doing that, I ended up going and buying more real estate. Everybody that I knew was making less money than me. But everybody that I knew also had a nicer car than me. Everybody that I knew was going on more vacations than me. Everybody that I knew was eating at nicer restaurants than me. And everybody that I knew was blowing way more money than I was. I was making good money. But I took all this money and I was only buying real estate. And it was where I was learning. I was buying real estate and I was reading books. I was buying real estate and I was taking classes. I was buying real estate and I was investing back into me because I knew that I wanted to build something more scalable. I just didn't know how to do it. Before I was on YouTube, I was doing a lot of different things, but for a period of time, I started investing in real estate and I realized I don't have enough money to keep buying more real estate. So I needed more income. So that's when I went out and I got my realtor's license. I became a real estate salesperson and I helped people buy and sell homes. And when I was doing that, I realized there's other ways that I can do more of what I'm doing right now and earn more money, because my broker happened to be a teacher who taught real estate wholesaling. She invited me to a seminar that she was running on wholesaling real estate. I went to the seminar, and then I paid another $3,500 or so to learn how to wholesale real estate. And then I took this knowledge that I had, that I learned, and I started wholesaling real estate, and I started making pretty good money. It took me 4 months or so before I made my first sale, meaning for the first 4 months I was working my butt off and I made no money. And then on month 5 I closed my first sale and my second sale, and then I made a little bit over $10,000. Same with month 6 and on from there. And instead of taking this money and going out and blowing it because I started earning some money, I took this money and I reinvested it. And this time I used this money to start buying more real estate. But this is where understanding, you got to earn some money, then you got to learn how to grow your income, and then you got to keep churning. You will make mistakes that lose money. Sometimes you are going to lose. That's a part of entrepreneurship. But this is where understanding, sometimes you got to be willing to take the risk. You got to be willing to learn, and then you got to be willing to churn. And it all starts with having a way to earn money. There's an unlimited ways that you can earn money. Go out and start mowing people's lawns. Go and shovel people's snow. Go and rake people's leaves. If you don't want to do that, then go and sell some services online. Go and learn how to do digital marketing. Learn how to do video editing. Learn how to do graphic design. Learn how to do copywriting. Then read books. Read books on how to start a business. Read books on how to scale a business. Read books on how to manage a business. Read books on marketing. Start learning and absorbing the content and get fully immersed into this idea that you want to create something that can create an income. And you got to keep being willing to start over and do it and be fully committed to what you're doing. And it's going to sound weird. What do you mean start over and be fully committed? Be fully committed to the idea that you want to succeed with it, and understand sometimes you got to be willing to cut the losses, but you don't want to just cut the losses every time you don't see the success that you want in 6 months. Be fully committed to learning, and as you learn, you're going to learn more about scalability. You're going to learn more about growth. You're going to learn more about marketing, and that's going to allow you to scale your income to something a whole lot bigger.